There's always that ongoing opportunity to be able to do both internal training and external certificates in retail, and also some of those things are subsidised by the government, and you'll be able to complete those during your employment and sometimes at work as well.
Welcome to part 3 and the final video of our mini-series on what it's like to work in the retail industry. In this episode, we'll meet with real-life industry students, trainers and managers to find out what qualifications are required to work in this industry, the various training pathways, study options and career progression opportunities available.
For entry-level jobs, you don't necessarily need a qualification, but it certainly is really helpful, particularly if you want to move through the ranks into a management or supervisor role. But I just find that retail training just helps to broaden your knowledge of all different areas. So if you are asked to work in a different area, you've already had experience within that stock area or the customer area or point of sale area. So it just helps to give you the confidence and the knowledge, I think, to not just do a job, but to do a job really well.
Training really escalates that. So you have your base knowledge, but with training on top of that, you just get to that next level and you just can shine through. So your employer sees how much more knowledge you've got.
So trainees have got the benefit of working and studying at the same time, which is really great because you've got the theory side of things to match up with your actual practical skills and what you're doing every day.
Even if you are a little bit shy and you don't come out of your shell much, it's pretty easy to get those skills on the job. So get those skills whilst you're working alongside your team members. So you'll see people interacting with their customers and you'll think, oh wow, they were doing really good. I'll take on board what they've done. And then you can incorporate that into what you're doing as a retail worker as well.
So there's other opportunities other than traineeship. So your face-to-face classroom training, that's a great opportunity for people who are maybe wanting to get into the industry who don't have a job as yet. So, and the benefit of that is that you're working in a group. Some people learn better in that environment where you're in a classroom face-to-face environment, and you can really spend a little bit more time in really mastering all the different skills, the performance task and the knowledge and that sort of thing. And just because you're not working in the environment, we still create a simulated environment.
What we do here, we take people on as volunteers. I also train people in all aspects of the retail industry. So therefore, if they put in, their hours, I can actually give them references for employment, which I have done in quite a few times. And there's a lot of people that have had jobs just from volunteering.
So we actually have done work experience programs with ETC. So we would interview a few candidates and we would pick one or two. We've had 2. So we interview, go through all that kind of stuff as if we were normally hiring. They come here for 4 weeks. They do 15 hours a week. And we've actually kept one of them on. So she was offered a permanent position here. So we do have that, that as a doorway into retail here. So we like those kind of programs and they're good for us, they're good for the community, so yeah.
There are a lot of opportunities where these sorts of environments, having a wide variety of roles within the store operations, gives itself open to the placement programs that we have through employment agencies. And we have had a number of our team members who have come to us from a placement, whether it was returning from a disability or job seeking, wanting to give retail a go, or they absolutely loved sport and had no idea what retail was. We took those placements on, and some of those team members actually shone through like shining stars and became permanent members of our team, moved up to being full-time workers, and some of them have now even become key holders and managers across our store.
I did a Cert 3 in retail recently, and that took me about a year. We did it over a couple of months. We spent a little bit on each workbook. It's not full on, you can do it when you get a chance, especially if you're like a family, you've got other commitments outside of work. It's really helpful. Yeah. So I was doing a traineeship placement for about 4 weeks, and then they offered me a job out of that. I actually want to move into real estate. That's my ultimate goal at the moment, so I'm studying to do that at the moment as well as working here.
I've been here probably 4 years now. I started off as a casual and then secured myself in a part-time position and working my way up to 38 hours. Yep.
Pretty sure it's Cert 3 in retail operations. Went for a few months and then we done work placement here, and which got me a job. So it was really good.
I did 2 weeks work placement, and after that I made an impression really, and then was told on a group outing that I got the job and was put on a casual role. So I started off as a casual and then worked my way up from there, and then I got offered a role in the back dock, and then I worked in back dock for about would have been close to a month and a half, maybe 2 months, and then not long after that I got offered a permanent part-time position here. I kept doing really good in sales for a while, and then I was offered shift supervisor program and to become a manager on duty. So
I was originally third in charge, and then one of the managers actually left and Beck stepped up and she asked me to step up into the second position. Before retail I used to do beauty for 8 years, so I'm only new to the retail sector. So I've been doing it for 1.5 years. It's good. It's really good. Different to beauty, but yes.
So I was started working here when I was 14 years old, doing work experience through school, just staying as a casual throughout a few years until I finished school. As through my progression through sales, I moved into the permanent part-time position here for a few years until I at least know that I could prove myself, and then I moved to a shift supervisor, so ensuring that all my teams were safe, opening and closing procedures of the store, as well being a key holder as well.
It's not just a job, it is a career, it can be a career, and the progression and the opportunities and the experience that you get is just so open to everyone. It's not a role that you have to have enjoyed school or finished year 12 or been really academically, excel academically. It's the kind of industry where people are rewarded for hard work and for showing initiative and for being a problem solver and for working as part of a team. So I just love the opportunity to be able to help people to gain a career path in something when they maybe haven't previously thought that they could ever have a career. They've only just been wanting a job. And retail, that's what I love. It's just the opportunity for everyone to be successful and to really have some job satisfaction.
And that concludes our video mini-series. We hope that this has given you some helpful insight into what it's like to work in the retail industry. If you would like further information or some help with finding a job in this industry, please contact ETC on 1800 007 400 or visit our website at etcltd.com.au.